Hey, welcome back, folks, to Mantique Homeshow. I'm Mike Smith.
My name is Dirk Mungers. Thanks for spending your time with us today.
We are so happy to have you with us today. This is something really special, and I think you folks at home are especially going to like this. This is a pewter dish set. We've got two pieces here, two, not one, two, and these are full pewter, just like your grandma used to have. These are like classic vine fruits. I mean, talk about something that is really fun. Dirk, have you ever seen anything this beautiful?
I really have not. I mean, if I was still married, I'd say my wife, but I mean, that didn't really work out. So as far as things, the most beautiful things I've seen in my life, this is up there. I mean, if you look at the craftsmanship, you have the little leaves. I'm not sure if you can see them. I'm just going to take the top off of this real quick. You can see here's a stem, the leaves on top. It could be a pear. It could be a tomato that's kind of been squeezed at the top of it. Really whatever your little imagination wants to see. But it's one thing to look beautiful, but also they're strong and sturdy. They'll survive earthquakes, natural disasters, domestic disputes. I really think that this is, if you purchase this, it's going to be with you for the long haul. They're going to be hauling out of your house when you die.
Now, Dirk, I think you bring up a good point there. You talked about your failed marriage. I'm still in a marriage, and it's very rocky. We've been together 25, almost 30 years. It is very rocky.
Well,
I'm talking about, upsettingly so. We scream, we yell, we barely talk to each other. That's okay. That's all right. But today we have this beautiful pewter dish set, these vinous fruits. One is for pouring. You can pour some gravy there. That's fine. If my stupid wife knew how to make gravy, we could use these. It would be great,
Well, Mike, you mentioned gravy, and I think, first of all, that's a beautiful thing to put in these. I mean, just picture it. You got a Thanksgiving banquet going on at your house. All your family's here. And this, I feel like, would drive that together. But you mentioned that you and your wife, really the only kind of communication you have is screaming and yelling. Has that always been the case? When did that start for you?
Yeah, and Dirk, that's a great question, man. We really, for many years, were very happy. But I think ever since the kids left the house, it's been very difficult for us. I mean, we are empty nesters, truly what you would consider empty nesters. All right, hey, real quick, folks, what's really nice about these? It's a matching set. And my wife and I, we're not a matching set anymore, and that's okay. Again, though, going back to it, it's been a little while. We've been having a hard time, a rough go at it. But I'm telling you, folks back home, this pewter dish set, incredible. Really a lovely matching set.
It really is. It really is, Mike. I know we don't have much time, but I know you said that these don't really change, but you and your wife changed.
That's
now,
right.
The reason for that is these are just solid pewter. And
That's
pewter,
right.
in order to change the shape of these, you're going to have to heat it up to an unbelievable degree. Now, humans, they're very fickle creatures.
Malleable. Malleable.
That's a really good word.
Yeah.
And if we had a dictionary that Mike's been reading, we'd sell that to you too. But we don't.
Right.
That's
right.
why you just got to listen to us for those buzzwords. But humans are malleable. These are not. You can tell that there's some strife going on between these two men as far as our love lives and whatnot. And that just shows how important that the work that we're doing for y'all is to us, because it hurts to talk about these kind of things.
Yeah.
But if we can get across the value of the product by doing so, well, by God, we're going to do it.
So, Dirk, I really appreciate that. That was a lovely way to cap this off. So we're going to start these things up. We're going to start them up for the set, the two beautiful pewter dishes. We're going to start it off $44.99. We got 300 of these bad boys.
Well, hold on, Mike, real quick.
Fast.
You're telling me that you can get both of these for $44.99, not just both? It's not just one 44, the other 44?
That is the beauty of the deal. I think if you went and tried to find these at an antique store, like my wife likes to do, I don't know if she's going to an antique store or she's got a secret lover, But if you go to an antique store, $300-400, $44.99, this beautiful pewter set.
My God, that's a beautiful deal, Mike. I really appreciate you having me on here to show these with you because
Hey,
it's
thank you,
been a
Dirk.
pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine.
Thank you all.
We've got a wonderful product for you today. My name is Mike Smith, and this is my co-host,
Saul Rosenstein.
Glad to have you here. Today, we have a wonderful piece of artwork for you that I think you are going to love for the folks back home. Now, this is a handcrafted piece from Bolivia, our friends to the south. It's a little art piece known as Apples Eaten by a Boy. Saul, what do you think about that?
It's gorgeous. Bolivian art is in.
That's right.
And Bolivia is known for their little boys eating apples on the corners.
That's right.
It's been talked about in many different magazines
That's
and
true,
books, mostly in like Sky magazines, American Airlines.
Yeah.
And this is sort of what it's all about. I mean, the hunger, the pain, the anguish, everything is in this piece. You might look at it and think, these are just some apples. It's so much more. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you'd be incorrect if you thought that.
Absolutely.
I mean, these are apples eaten by a boy. This is really something lovely. And as we all know, boys love eating apples. I mean, they really do. They love getting your apples eaten. You know, if a young boy was to eat your apple, I mean, this is it.
Yeah, well, the court says I'm not allowed to talk about that any longer. So let's kind of go back to the piece.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you know anything about the artist that made this?
Yeah. So we actually get this. We get this from a special compound in Bolivia. They are all ex-criminals, non-violent, but sexual in nature. And that's okay. That's all right here. We think the Lord forgives and we won't judge. But they all want to just make some money, get reintegrated in society. And so these guys, they love it when little boys are eating apples outside. There was an apple orchard, I heard, actually.
Really?
Near where they made this, and there were a bunch of little boys. And the little boys would go and pick the apples, and folks, they'd get their apples eaten by these little boys all the time.
It's an incredible story. And I have to say, like I said before, Bolivian art is in. Sexual predator art in. When I'm looking at this piece right now with my eye, $12,000. I think $12,000 is what a price to sell today would be. In an auction, maybe more, people. Well, Saul, it's an investment. This is an investment piece. You're going to hold on to this.
Saul, I got a surprise for you.
What?
You're thinking $12,000. He is a licensed artist. He understands sexualized art. He understands various types of art, especially from South America.
Yes.
Especially art done by criminals, ex or otherwise.
Thailand.
But I'm going to tell you something really quick, Saul.
Yep.
$459.95 right now.
You're insane. You're crazy.
Just like the men who made this artwork. $459.95.
Wow. Can I buy it?
You certainly could.
Well, I'm going to call right now.
Call in right now, folks at home. You got your phones. Give us a ring. We'd love to have you.
Unbelievable. What a deal.
Welcome back to Mantique Homeshow. You got Mike Smith here. I got a really special product to share with you today. But first, I want to talk about something. The people of Australia are disgusting. That whole country was founded by ex-criminals. Have you ever met an Australian who isn't a drunk or obnoxious? I don't think so. That place is disgusting. And I get it. They're our closest relatives in Oceania. I don't care. They make me sick. Anyway, that's beside the point. What we have here today, something really special. This is made in Australia. Surprised they can even make things. They're all drunk all the time. This is a kangaroo plate, a lovely collector's edition. They've made 200 of these, and it was made by a little company They call it Michelangelo Dundee. Stupid name, sort of a riff on Crocodile Dundee and Michelangelo. I don't know, pretty stupid if you ask me. But I'm an American and our country's far superior to theirs. Anyway, if you like, I don't know, stupid marsupials, this might be the plate for you. We're going to open this thing up. We're going to give it to you as for a special introductory price, $10.99. These are collectors. They are stamped. They're, 300, 400 of them in production. Very nice as far as Australia is concerned. Let me tell you something, folks. If you want to show people that maybe you're a little worldly, that you've been outside of our borders, I don't know why you do that. You could have something like this. Show people, hey, I know about Australia. I know about all those stupid mammals there. One more thing about Australia. What the fuck's up with all the animals there trying to kill you? That's really screwed up. I hate that place. Anyway, buy this plate, $10.99. Thank you. Hey folks,